Roads? It's the Ernest Hancock Show. Where we're going, there aren't any roads.
Wow! I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't. I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't. So good. So good. I got you. Wow!
Wow! Yeah, here in Declare Your Independence with me, Ernest Hancock. We're feeling not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad, and I'll tell you what. Imagine you've been doing this activist thing for decades. You've invested an enormous amount of your time and money and passion and effort and even things you learn. I know way more about computers than I freaking ever wanted to because I'm poor and I need to be able to do stuff. I know way more about politics than I ever wanted to know. I know way more about, activism and, all this stuff. I mean, I'd rather have my fingers dirty, okay? I hate working on cars, man. I've been doing that too much. But I like this farming thing. Farming thing, good. I'd rather be cleaning up animal poop than, grease off my hands. So what is giving me a positive outlook on as bad as things get? Why am I feeling good? I feel good. Because the people that I have been exposed to, were going to go through a process that I did that you could not deviate me from a path that I had mapped out for in my own head of discovery. Can you do because what's all the boxes? Did you write your congressman? Did you talk to your legislator? Did you run for office? Did you file suit? Did you vote? Did you? Check. Start over again. Check. We checked it. I'm checked out, man. All good. But to tell someone, I did that. You can't, it's not going to, whatever, no. You're never going to get somebody away from learning from firsthand experience. All you can do is help them do whatever it is that they got planned and want to do to the maximum potential of even more than they could have imagined that they could have accomplished. They are able to communicate with way more people than they thought they could. Inexpensive video with DVD burners. Printing that was whatever they wanted, any way they wanted, how to do it. Here's the templates in Word. Here's the software. Here's the whatever it is. Here's the files. Here's the printer guy over here. Do it cheap. You can do it yourself. Do it. Here you go. You help them do whatever it is that they want to do so that you can eliminate that as a checkoff on their box. Each one of you have to have your own boxes checked or you're never going to be satisfied that you did everything that you could, that your idea was not employed and expanded to the maximum of whatever you could have accomplished. Because everybody tried that. It worked great. You had 50 gazillion things, and the best ones rose to the top, whatever the function was, whatever the method was. That's where Ron Paul forums and the internet and Daily Paul, a lot of these had a big hand in this. Early on, I think it was Ron Paul forums that really, because it had no control. I mean, there were some, moderators and so on, but they really just let everybody, man, go for it, man, whatever. And it is just the best example I can give of how you can do stuff. As they start to consolidate and put, things like Campaign for Liberty and the campaign and so on, they start trying to direct or control this. You're not going to have the diversity that you had before, but they're going to lay claim to victories like Juan Williams. See, mainstream's coming around. It's hard, here we got to play mainstream because mainstream and we're all being mainstream. So I'm going, okay, we'll see how this goes. What if I were to say, look, man, if you guys start diverting your attention over to these guys, giving them credibility, working with them, interviewing with them, not doing your street activism because you think they are going to finally give you the respect you deserve in your campaign and on TV and all this kind of stuff. If you put all your eggs in that basket, will you be better off? Or it's easier, of course. Yeah, see, we win. We got them to acknowledge that Ron Paul could win the Republican nomination. Does that take the intensity off? What did they learn in the last election cycle? If they ignore this philosophy in Dr. Paul's campaign. They get sidetracked. They get put off to the side. They get ignored. They're not part of the process anymore. And their legitimacy, which is everything in the news industry, everything. If every word out of your mouth is considered to be a lie by the people that are the most active, the most assertive, the most certain, the most confident, the most influential, the most respected people in this entire freaking country or this planet, and you're the ones that they respect the least, guess what happens? You go away. You think they don't know this? Of course they do. They must regain this integrity somehow. They're going to do their best to kind of, yeah. You're right. We're kind of, yeah, but in the end, for this one reason, this one thing that we found, this one video that we got, this one article that you wrote, this one something, sorry, man, we're just going to have to, we brought you to the altar and we're just going to, leave you there as we go away. Mark my words, this will happen. And the only insulation from that is a well-developed activist structure, culture that is not centralized. You depend on the lamestream media so last century too much, hell at all, and you're going to be way disappointed in the end game on this thing. The Federal Reserve cannot allow Dr. Paul to gain the credit unless they got some other plan. Okay, we're off and we're going to go to kind of, a real dry martini. We're going to use a perfume atomizer of vermouth and of gold on our new Worldo, and, maybe we'll do something like that. I'm going, these guys, they got a plan. I was talking to Ryan, and the main thing he's going, Herman Cain has been pushed big time in Iowa. This is, he's Federal Reserve. He goes and talks to people, and he was proud. And Ryan has gone to all these rallies. I mean, he's in the know. I was there. And he says whenever Cain gets up and talks about his credentials as being a chairman of the Federal Reserve in Kansas City, boo, 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 boo. They didn't get the response that they anticipated. They didn't think, hey, man, I'm one of the boys. I mean, what, you don't think I'm one of the boys? How do you get to be Federal Reserve chair? One of the regional, that doesn't happen unless you be one of the boys. Oh, and I'm black. Oh, and I'm conservative. Oh, and I'm, a CEO in business. No, and you don't vote for me. So it didn't go the way that they thought. And after Paul, no matter how much Fox News tried to push him as the, lead contender guy, you go to the Fox News polling thing, of course, the Levolution hits the polling deal, and, Dr. Paul's winning in that poll on Fox News again. Of course, they never talked about it. Now they never bring it up because they know better. So this is where we're going. Now, Ryan, being an actman, what he wants to go have fun, do whatever, but what has he done? The reason we spent so much time talking to each other and so on is because he kind of, doesn't listen to the show as much as he used to. What did he do? Hammering on you guys. Got chickens. Well, that's what he started doing. His father's dying of cancer. And he started looking into healthy foods, healthy eating, trying to learn about what's going on, what poisons we have in the environment. He loves his father. He's trying to save his life. So he immersed himself into health food, into growing. He was talking to me from his greenhouse yesterday. He said he's got over 400 plants in there. He's like, man, this is cool. And as we have the need for food and certain specialty health foods and different plants that have medicinal purposes or whatever, before they outlaw them, which they're wanting to, and here it comes, they're going to be more against you for growing certain kinds of just, herbs as much as they are against you growing marijuana, which has got its own issue going on. They're starting to become a pharma thing. We don't want the competition because, the pharmaceutical industry is going to make cash on marijuana because it's effective. I encourage you to go out and do even if you're not listening to this show, You go and you learn how to keep breathing in and out and do exactly what Ryan is doing, one of the best activists for this, and he'll be around, he'll do his thing. But he's learning how to protect himself, his family, the future, his father's health. Are you? Coming up, we're going to have in the top of the next hour, Jerry Williams from American Precious Metals is coming on. He's going to update us on the availability of silver. You know, I'm like, hey, it went down. Can I get it? How much you got? Is it really down? Is it going to go back up? It's already gone up $3 since Friday. So I'm just going, man, what the heck's going on? Jerry Williams is going to help us out. You stay right there. Uncovering the secrets and exposing the lies. That's what readers of freedomsphoenix.com get every day. Readers of freedomsphoenix.com are constantly provided the information that detail the real news between the lines of propaganda about government policies and the true relationship we all have with coercive governments. Learn the true condition of our economy, innovations and technological breakthroughs in energy, health, computer science, and space travel. Learn the truth well before it's admitted to in the lamestream media, the media that is so last century. Corporate media has evolved into nothing more than distributors of government propaganda, but we now have a fantastic alternative. FreedomsPhoenix.com provides constant news updates on the issues that affect our lives in the most important ways. Our liberty and our property are under constant attack, and FreedomsPhoenix.com provides the understanding behind the propaganda while encouraging the participation of our readers. Join us at FreedomsPhoenix.com. That's freedoms with an S, Phoenix.com. FreedomsPhoenix.com, where the revolution between the ears has already matured.